Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Just coming with a little something. And that is, I want to cover the power of Yah. Being a prophetess in the wilderness, I have embraced the Father, His Word, His Spirit, and His power. His power is who He is. His power is a part of Him, Himself. Throughout my life, I realized that the power is something that should have been taught long time ago. And I'm wondering if it had been taught long time ago, would it have been in the hearts of man today? I don't know. But the Most High Yah's power, you can't do without it. No matter how you might try or how you might feel about it, it's not something you can escape once you are in Him and He is in you. What is going on is He's not in people. They have gotten away with portraying to have He in them and having His power. But you see not it in nothing they say, nothing they do. You don't see it. So how do it exist? Or how is it manifested if they don't have Him? But yet they say they have Him, and to have Him has to have His power. Do you all know you can't have Yah, His Word, and His Spirit without His power? His power is Him, and He is His power. And this is another thing that caused the fear of who He is to cease, because it feels that the action of who He is can't be shown. You see, they can't see it. Even if they seen it, they still wouldn't embrace the power. So this is what they're deciding to do, to live in darkness without the power, and to claim they have Him, not knowing you can't have Him without His power. Me, myself, I don't need no one to even teach me or remind me or show me or speak to me regarding His power, because I've tried it for myself. It has been proven to be all power. I can speak that myself. Many people can't say that because they don't know what the power really is consists of. They don't know that the power was sunk down with the Son. And even though the Son was born of a woman, the Son of Man, He came down with the Son of Yah. How How could that be? With power. See, a lot of us don't understand how important the power is connected to the Father, because no one ever taught the power to be just that, the power of Yah. They speak it, they teach it, but they don't know the power. Speaking it and teaching it is not knowing it. You have to have had the power working in you and out of you to claim the power itself. So what does that mean? When you hear people say that we have the Holy Spirit, we have the Ruach HaKodesh, when you wonder why Sister Deborah say they don't have it, it's because it comes with power. Praise the mighty Yah. And this is why you don't see the power out of these people. You hear the words, you hear the teaching, but where's your power? Do you believe that the Father will allow a pastor, an apostle, a bishop, a preacher, a teacher to teach and preach and lead without the power? No, he wouldn't. So who is leading these people? Who is teaching and preaching these people? Satan himself is using mankind to deceive the mass, the multitude. So it goes right back to people portraying and trying to mimic the flesh of man and have no idea that anything that represents Yah, it has to come down the line of the power. No, you can't just be and have and say you this and say you that. Even though man is embracing anything you say, anything you do, and the way you do it, the flesh of people are embracing it as if it's really something, not knowing that these things must, if it really going to represent your Father, it's going to have to show up and show out in power. It can't just represent your Father without the power. And if Yah is going to send people to lead the mass or the multitude, why is he sending them to lead with no power? It's no way you have the power of Yah and cursing like a storm. It's no way you have the power of Yah and drinking as if you're in the world. It's no way you have the power of Yah and leading the multitude to believe that they can be have multiple relationships with females. It's just like the world. It's set up like the world. And if Yah don't approve the world doing it, why isn't he gonna approve you? Because you wants to say that he is in you. See, the power of Yah will give you the mindset to not desire those things that pleasures your flesh. When people pleasure their flesh, they want the things that make them feel good. You see? So this is their way of deceiving the people because they don't have the power. The power will teach them how not to be caught up in the things that's there for your flesh. You see? This is what the power is, you guys. The power is there because Yah is there. If Yah is not there, then the power is not there. And you best bet the power is not going to be there for you to deceive the people in a way that making wrong right and right wrong and things things that's I would say in the world, the power ain't got time for that, because you're supposed to be representing the Most High God. And if you're not representing him and you over here representing yourself, then you cannot have the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Because a lot of people don't understand, you can't have the Ruach HaKodesh without the power. And if the power is there, where is the signs and wonders that represents the power? Want me to tell you where it's at? It's lost. Because there's really no power, because there's no Holy Spirit in them. Do you know that any and everybody can say they have the Ruach HaKodesh? Any and everybody can say they have the Holy Spirit? But they can't, because it comes with power. That power is what teaches you all things. That power is that one that reveals all things. That power is that one to show you things to come. That power is that one to comfort you. That power is that one that has all power in the heavens and in the earth, that says, I will come and abide in you and be with you. That's the power. So how can that power be in you through the Ruach HaKodesh and you can't recognize the power? You have no characteristics of the power. Nothing about what you're doing, what you're saying, and how you conducting yourself shows the power of the Father's right hand. Furthermore, 99.9 don't know even what the power is. They can't even tell you. But they can tell you they have the Holy Spirit. The reason why there's 3 witnesses in the heavens is because the power is already connected to the Father. It's his right hand. So it don't have to be a witness, because it is the Father. So it don't have to be a witness. So when it says that there are 3 that bears witness in the heavens, that's the Father, the Word, and the what? The Holy Spirit. They too are one in the Father, like unto the power. So what makes a person say they have the Holy Spirit living in them without the power? This is what Sister Deborah, as a prophetess in the wilderness, see. This is what I behold. People going around saying they have the Holy Spirit but have no power. And if you have the power, have you healed your body? Have you healed your mind? Have you healed your addiction? Have you healed your habits? What have you done with that power that you say abide in you? What have you done with it? But yet you have the Holy Spirit. How can you have the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit, without the power? Do you know you can't even receive the Holy Spirit unless the power bring it there forth within you? This is where the sadness is. Because for Sister Deborah to say what she say, it's sadness, because this is how people walk around and they just say that they have what they say they want, and they, not that what they want to say they have, because they think that they have the power to do so. And in that same category, that's what they use to deceive you. Is their power to deceive you without having the power of the Father. That's deep to me. That's crazy. And this is how people live. And this is how people conduct themselves. And this is what people believe. To where when one of the Father's servants step on the scene, the Father is constantly saying to her, Deborah, even if it's just that one, what he means that it could be more than one. But what he's saying is, don't focus on having the multitude. Just having that one is good enough. But if it's more, it's a blessing in the spiritual realm. But if it's not, it's still all well, Deborah. It is still all well. Let it be. You know, because the only one can draw one to the power is the Father by his mighty right hand, the power itself. So if we think for 1 minute we can have the Ruach HaKodesh living in us and have no power, we need to go back to the altar with repentance and praying and fasting, because we're deceiving first and foremost ourselves and everybody around us. But people seem to find that to be a comfortable place to be in life, is to deceive the multitude, to make people think one thing, even though the things that people are thinking regarding them is putting them in a place that Yah, which is God, still has not placed them. And it gets to win over people every way possible. It gets an opportunity to win them over. So I say unto you all, don't let the game play you. You play the game, but make sure that you're playing it on the team of righteous. Because everybody is out here saying they have the Holy Spirit or the Ruach HaKodesh because they feel that they can get away with things. They can manipulate people to believe that they are in there, especially the Hebrew Israelites. The name of their game is to really make people believe that they have the right hand power of Yah in approval of what they're doing, they're saying, how they living, how they traveling, how they doing the things that they're doing. They really got people believing that the right hand power of Yah has approved them to be who they are. They don't care if they are not. It's a form of who I can get to deceive. So therefore it gives them power in the flesh to deceive you in the spirit, that they are who they say that they are. And this is why so many of them are getting away, and so many pastors and bishops and priests and prophets and prophetess and Moorings and seers and watchmen. This is why they're getting away with so much. What it says, denying the power they're in, and it is so 100. Denying the power they're in. It is better for them to claim and pretend that the power is there, but they are denying it by their whole way of teaching, their lifestyle, the way they're thinking, the way they're manipulating the people, the whole overall. They are denying the power because the power is not within them, and they portraying that it is. So I, Sister Deborah, will say to you all, be careful in who you get up under and who you listen to. Be very careful. You know, don't just take yourself and put yourself under individuals who have not shown the power that comes with the Holy Spirit. Because it's no such thing having the Holy Spirit without the power. And then you get to these here places where you see these pastors, these teachers, and these preachers. You see all of them out here, and guess what? You don't see no signs of power, no signs of wonders, miracles, and signs. You don't see it because the power is not within them. It's not there. My idea of trying trying to get people to understand the power. It even rests in when the Father visit me and he say things to me through the water, and I receive what he said, what he's doing. You know, I receive it. Why? Because I know it comes to me through the power, and I receive it as the power of Yah. You see? So, and I would never allow anyone to take that from me and no one else who might have that. I wouldn't allow them to take it. That's why it's important for me to tell you that all these people that's teaching, if you are sitting under them and you are not being able to discern or have some type of niche that the Father is showing you or giving you up under those people, even up under Sister Deborah, move on. These people don't have the power to be teaching you. They don't have the power to be ministering to you. They don't have the power to be saying anything on these devil platforms. And people are eating it up from the floor up as without the power. But the mass, the multitude, love it without the power. They are content. They are motivated to get the word with no power. They are steadfast, unremovable in speech, in teaching, and ministering with no power. And the Father says that too need be, Deborah. It need be. Because the gate that is broad was created by the Most High Yah's power, that very many shall find their way through that gate. And he said that's why it needs be. Many are without the powers, and nor do they care to have the power, because they are very much content where they at and how things are going for them, because they're feeling that they're in there. You cannot be in there with a teacher that does not have the power to really be teaching you. So you can't have the power if you up under people who don't have the power. So if these people are willing to teach you and lead and guide you, somewhere along the line you got to see all the power that is invested in them. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you, I hope you got something out of this, and I hope it blessed someone and really try to tag in on the power of the Most High Yah. Shalom.